Hi guys, Glitch here back with another video, and welcome back to my domain of YouTube or whatever it's called. The main reason I've been gone is basically due to my laziness, but I'll try to upload a little bit more since I have more free time now. Today I'll be going over how strong Hebi Sasuke is and how he stacks up to other major players within Naruto, and discussing where he would be and if he qualifies to sit at the table of the round table, I should say, of Kage level ninja. First of all, we have to start off with Sasuke's ungodly potential. Sasuke has just been described from the beginning of part 1 to be this sort of super prodigy who's rivaled by someone like Naruto, who's also a super prodigy in his own right. Sasuke's whole character is to embody the concept of talent and to just parallel Naruto in the terms of hard work versus talent. If you actually believe in that line of reasoning, right, or that narrative, I don't really want to get into it. But Sasuke, whenever he leaves the village and goes to Orochimaru, he grows so much that it's implied, also now they've just verbatim stated, that she thinks that he's taking drugs to make himself stronger. Now, while this isn't entirely false, with Sasuke taking drugs from Orochimaru to be able to become immune to most, if not every poison, right, I don't think Orochimaru would be buffing Sasuke's stats with drugs, seeing as, for one, he already has the curse mark, which is implied to be Orochimaru's whole thing of buffing people's stats, and two, right, Orochimaru's whole thing is that he wants Sasuke to reach his full potential by himself, right. Sasuke wouldn't be reaching his full potential if he had to get aided and getting strength buffs that are outside of his own potential. So I don't think that would be something that Orochimaru would want to do or align with Orochimaru's own interests, right. Sasuke is able to, just like Naruto, make his own jutsu and have changes in chakra nature that even Orochimaru, the guy who is trying to find out every single ninjutsu on the planet, has never heard of. He's able to do things like create the Shidori variants, such as the Shidori stream, and also we just need to talk about how strong Sasuke's Shidori is and how fast he is, since that's one of the main plot points of Sasuke, right, being how fast he is compared to the rest of his peers. So to start off with this, we have Sasuke being able to perception blitz base Naruto, who is implied to be rivaling Sakura, with both of them being able to perform comparatively against Kakashi, and none of them really lagging behind or being a nuisance as the original bell test. We also have him also perception blitzing Sakura, just proving that they are both at similar levels, which is both below Sasuke. And this Sakura isn't any joke either. She's able to keep up at least somewhat with Sasori, right? Many people argue that whenever she fights him, she's resolved vamp. However, we know that it's stated right after her fight with Sasori that she is getting stronger, or she wants to grow stronger. And since there's a massive time period between Sakura's fight with Sasori and Sakura's encounter with Sasuke, I think it'd be fair to assume that due to her drive of wanting to grow stronger, that this is something that she in character would try to do because of it, right, and because of this drive that she has. Obviously, I don't think I need to go too far into that. He's also just described as being too fast to be engaged with close range by Deidara, right? Even though it is in character for Deidara to fight at long range, I also think it is to be noted, right, that after he sees Sasuke once, he's like, damn, I have to gain a large amount of distance from him, right? And we see that every feat that Deidara actually has on Sasuke is Deidara reacting to Sasuke at long distance, or she just moves before Sasuke, or he moves before Sasuke is able to get close to him, which wouldn't be really be a speed feat comparing him to Sasuke, right? As well as that, right, we also have Sasuke in the data books being described to have godlike speed. Whether you want to take this as, oh, he's just faster than everyone else in the manga at the time, or oh, he's just faster than everyone else who's being shown at the time. Now, what's his name, to wrap up the speed section of this video, we also have Sasuke being stated to just be like stronger than the Akatsuki, or at least being a threat to them. It's implied by Zetsu and also implied in the databooks, but I think this is mainly referring to the fact that he should at least be faster than every single Akatsuki member shown, due to him being like his scaling to Sakura as well as his fight with Deidara, and it would also cause blatant contradictions for him to be faster than like a full power Itachi. However, the Itachi that has been shown, which would be a 10% one as well as a 10% Kisame, could also just fall under this statement, right? So I think, right, that was his name, for this whole thing of Sasuke's speed, Sasuke just outclasses every Akatsuki member that has been shown, at least excluding people like Itachi, of course. Apart from Sasuke's like immense speed, which like I've just kind of brushed over, and we aren't even going to talk about the fact that he's able to perception blitz people like Suigetsu and Jugo, who can also react to the third Raikage, right? But we aren't even going to talk about that right now, because that isn't even that important to his scaling, because Sasuke is just displayed to be an absolute monster compared to everyone else in Hebi, right? So him just being a perception blitz level above them just adds icing onto the cake, right? Aside from all of that stuff, right, we also know that like Sasuke in general, right, with his Shidori, like when it comes to AP scaling, Sasuke is even a joke either. With his Shidori, he's able to make his speed and AP and order of magnitude higher. For those of you who don't know how much an order of magnitude is, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, it might be like 10 times, right? So Sasuke is getting a 10 times increase whenever he's using Shidori. And if you stack down on top of the fact that Sasuke also has the curse mark, which also is stated to increase power by like tens of times, right? Whether or not you want to attribute it to speed or AP, even though it's implied to be both, right? But Sasuke just like has access to multiple 10 times boosters on top of his already broken stats, right? Sasuke is implied to be faster than people like or faster and stronger than people like 30% Kisame, right? Who are also able to drive Guy into opening the 6th gate. So I think it should be pretty reasonable to say that like Sasuke is no joke, and at least on the low end Kage level, right, low Kage level at worst, right, because what's his name. But if you want to get into his actual heavier scaling, right, we know that like Sasuke also has like access to snakes, which are strong enough to like blitz Suigetsu, right? He's stated to have been able to like, or he's implied to be able to kill both Suigetsu and Jugo at the same time if he wanted to, right? However, Sasuke during his Hebi phase is like really not bloodlusted in general, so I doubt he would have actually done that, right? He also has access to the Kusanagi blade, which is his own version of the Kusanagi blade, I should say, which is implied to be stronger than Orochimaru's, as well as the fact that he's able to amplify with Shidori, which is also stated to make it like unblockable, even though he like knows of methods of like blocking the regular Shidori, such as like just cancelling it out with a Rasengan. So Sasuke already thinks that this new variant should just be stronger than the base one, and it should also make no sense that Sasuke is making the like variant of Shidori just for it to be weaker than the base. So Sasuke just has hacks like that, to be fair, right? Sasuke in general, I think we just need to like appreciate how much strong he is, even though he's like implied to be weaker than like the Sanin in their prime. I don't think that should necessarily be an anti-feat, because the Sanin are just implied to be near the pinnacle of the shinobi world at the time, right? Around the like part 1 Hiruzen tiers, right? And below the Itachi and Pain tiers, obviously, right? But to cover over some of Sasuke's heavier scaling, we have Sasuke being faster than Suigetsu, who is able to react to A. Now many people think this is like a bad feat to use, seeing as like Suigetsu is also able to show comparable speed feats with Sasuke. However, right, we know that like in Naruto you don't necessarily have to be like equal to someone to fight alongside them, right? As well as the fact that like the comparable speed feats Suigetsu even has to like Sasuke don't even exist. It's just like Sasuke gets reacted to mid-air, whereas Suigetsu is able to block the Raikage. Or if you want to be like really edgy and say that Sasuke is able to like use Chidori and he's getting matched by the Raikage, whereas what's his name, he needs to use Chidori to match the Raikage, whereas Suigetsu is able to block him in base. However, right, we obviously know that like the reason Sasuke is using Chidori isn't because of his speed disadvantage, but it's more because of like he's unable to actually damage the Raikage. So I don't think anything there implies that he's like massively faster or like also he's like skills to Suigetsu at all in the 5 Kage summon, which would also cause blatant contradictions. So in conclusion, I think that Sasuke can be argued to be around high Kage tier if you want to, right? As well as the fact that Sasuke also has access to multiple broken hacks which can increase his stats by tens of times. We also know that Sasuke is also just stated to be like above Three Tails Naruto, who kind of has everyone around him like pooping, right? And everyone's around him just like kind of afraid whenever Three Tails Naruto pops out. And that Naruto is also able to like damage Orochimaru, right? Even though this would be weaker than a prime Orochimaru, this also says I think it should be pretty fair to say that Sasuke should be able to accomplish the same level of like the AP2, seeing as he's also just stated to be massively above Three Tails Naruto, and the only Naruto he's contested against is like Four Tails, even though I think that's like a high death fight either way, right? But also we also have to, before I end the video because I was about to prematurely, right, we also have to talk about Sasuke's Genjutsu, where he's able to suppress the Nine Tails, a feat that no one else has been able to do up until that point of the series. And Sasuke is the one who actually introduces the concept of like controlling, or reintroduces it I should say, the concept of controlling Biju with the with ocular abilities, right? Since we obviously know that concept's been hinted at beforehand, right? But Sasuke being able to do so at such a young age is just like another indicator at Sasuke's like massive power. But yeah, if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe, all of that stuff, right? And I'll see you in the next one, I guess.